So Cristina, thank you for being on YYE and appreciate you having on the show. Why don't you start off by telling us about your business?
Thanks for having me. Well, I'm a holistic nutritionist and owner of Thrive Nutrition Practice. Basically what I do is I hack people's diets to help them achieve their goals. And those goals might be physical, like for example, they might want to boost their immunity or lose some weight, or they might be mental health related, like improving their anxiety or their concentration. But whatever it is, I use nutrition to hack their diet and help them achieve their goals.
So Cristina, what are people coming to you for? Like, what types of issues are they having? I don't know if you see kind of a number of common things that people are reaching out to you for?
Yeah, well, a lot of people reach out to me because they have low energy levels and they're not sleeping well. So that's a big issue. A lot of people come out to me because they want to optimize their immunity. That's a big thing now during COVID. Also, they want to lose weight, and that's really tied into as well, like the energy picture. I work a lot with people who have hypertension and type 2 diabetes or are obese and are looking to lose weight for medical conditions. I also work a lot with sort of high-performing professionals who, have a very demanding day and really need to be functioning at their best. So those are the sort of profiles of people that I work with, together with a lot of women who've had children and are looking to get back to work or are looking to basically optimize their energy levels, boost their immunity, and really sort of work on their health and wellness.
So Cristina, tell us about, you offer a number of different services. Let's go into that in a little bit more in depth, if you don't mind.
I like to say that I offer people a car. So basically I offer people a consult, an assessment, and a set of recommendations. And there's a lot of value that goes into each one of those. So in the consult, my consults are normally about 60 to 90 minutes long, and that gives people a good amount of time to get into all of those issues in their health and wellness that maybe they haven't had time to go into with their other sets of practitioners, like their doctor, for example, who only has like a very limited amount of time to talk about what's going on with their different bodily systems. In that consult, I'll provide an assessment. So I have a very sort of robust toolbox of tools that I use to assess what's going on with your health and wellness. So we'll go into your bodily systems and understand what's going on exactly with, for example, what symptoms you're experiencing with your digestive system, with your respiratory system, with your immunity, with your cardiovascular system, with your hormonal system. All of these conversations are really important to have because what a lot of people don't understand is what's going on in their skin, maybe what symptoms they're experiencing in their skin are actually related to what's going on in their gut, and that could have repercussions on their respiratory function in the future. So it's really important to have this conversation about symptoms and your bodily systems to understand how to piece your health and wellness picture together. Another assessment tool that I really like to use is more data-based. So basically taking the blood work of your medical doctor, like your annual blood work that you do with your doctor, and seeing what's going on there. So I'll have a look at your blood sugar levels, your insulin levels, HbA1c. I'll have a look at what's going on with your cholesterol, your vitamin D3. So there are a lot of markers and a lot of data in your annual blood work that can give me a really good idea of where inflammation might be lying. So these three assessment tools, so that conversation about your symptoms, that blood test from your doctor, and perhaps some additional functional medicine testing can give me a really good sort of pool of data on which to construct the R part of the car, so your recommendations. And I, as a holistic nutritionist, like to provide a holistic set of recommendations. So, really focusing on, your nutrition, what foods sabotage the goals that you're trying to achieve, what foods should we be prioritizing because these are the nutrients that you need in order to achieve your goals. But also I like to focus on, what exercise might be helpful for you. And I really like to focus on stress management as well, because as one of my mentors told me, our issues go into our tissues. And really understanding how to build resilience against your stressors is a really important picture of building health and wellness.
So Cristina, you have done a TED Talk, which is very cool. I'm very envious. Could you tell us a little bit more about your experience with that?
Yeah, it was a great experience. I did a TEDx talk in Hong Kong. I lived in Hong Kong for many years. And basically, I did this TEDx talk to really introduce the world to my nutritional approach. So the TEDx talk is called Sleep, Love, Poop. And that's the nutritional approach that I use to my consultations. In fact, I make everybody keep a sleep, love, poop diary for me before they see me. If you're interested in having a look at the video, it's on YouTube. All you have to do is Google sleep, love, poop, Cristina, and it'll come up. I'm the only TEDx talk called Sleep, Love, Poop. So
Yeah, I would imagine not a lot of videos out there with that.
That's
that title.
right.
Yeah, very cool. Cristina, if anybody's watching and they want to engage in your services or maybe reach out and ask a question, could you tell people how to find you?
Sure. So you can go to my website. It's www.thrivenutritionpractice.com. Or you can reach out to me, Cristina, no H, Cristina, at thrivenutritionpractice.com.
Cristina, thank you so much for sharing, and I really appreciate your time today.
Thanks so much for having me.